Sir Mark and Ma'am Lara, I can start with introducing you guys with the participants.
Okay.
Okay, so for today's second session, I introduce Mr. Mark Anthony Abinir and Ma'am Lara Katrina Mendoza. Mr. Abinir and Ma'am Mendoza are SOCSI 13 Economy, Society, and Development professors from the Ateneo de Manila University, and they are here to share about their experience in structuring short-term service learning projects of students in the online setting. Their sharing will include points regarding how they developed and designed useful templates for easy and intuitive learning of students. Sir Abinir and Ma'am Mendoza, the floor is now yours.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for attending this session today. So, as you saw in the title, in the program, it says designing effective service learning projects, but we added 3 terms: blood, sweat, and tears, in which my partner would explain why is it there, Lara.
Blood, sweat, and tears, literally dugo, pawis, at luha, which is something that on a visceral level, Mark and myself experienced. From a faculty point of view, we really sweated it from Q2 to Q4. Dinugo talaga kami sa ilong. We were crying literally with each other. Parang nag-emote kami sa isa't isa. We were struggling with the students, adjusting to the online learning situation in particular, and then also having to deal with other factors, COVID, typhoons, our own personal stressors. So
Okay.
yun yan.
So with that, our presentation contains 3 parts: the context, what we did, and the fruits of our mentorship. So let us begin first with the context. So when we talk about service learning, next slide, please. Ayaw.
Well, sa akin, gumagalaw na siya. Nandun na yung 6 na components out of the 9.
Oh, wala ko makita sorry. Pero how about the audience? Nakita nila?
Ma'am Mendoza, maybe naka-pause po siya. Kasi if you switch from one page to another, nagpo-pause po yung sharing.
It keeps saying lang, your screen sharing is paused. Sharing, nag-yellow, green siya. Sige, papatayin ko lahat ng everything else. Para ito lang ang natitira. So ito na lang yung open sa aking desktop is ito na, yung Chrome ko na lang tsaka kayo, tsaka Zoom.
Nawala naman lahat. Try mong i-share ulit.
There.
All right. Okay. So these are the different essential components of service learning. So there are about 6 of them. So the first one is authentic. By authentic, it means the service learning project must address the needs of the community. It must be aligned to the academic discipline of the students, and it must be based on the course learning outcomes. In SOCSI 13, it means it must be aligned with the sustainable development goals, at the same time, the theoretical framework that they have learned in SOCSI 13. The second one is collaborative. So we understand that service learning needs the partnership between students, faculty, and partner communities. But not just a partnership, it must be clear what are their specific roles and tasks, and what are the specific outputs that they need to be able to talk together in order to collaborative effort to work. The last one is constructive, whereby students are given the opportunity to craft the content of the project. What would be the specific intervention that they would be comfortable in using in order to make the service become effective for partner communities.
And
Next.
to segue from that, from constructive to empowering, there's something about when we speak about an element of being constructive, it's also constricting, and as we all know, it's because of the quarterly setup. The setup actually, because it was quarterly, fixed na yung mga kailangan gawin ng mga estudyante. So it kind of constricted the component of being able to construct in an optimal way. Which brings us to empowering, how the component of being empowering, which would have tapped into the following skill sets or values, virtues of the students: being resourceful, being flexible, and also learning how to do problem solving. They had to anticipate problems. Talagang, for a 19-year-old to anticipate what's about to happen with people that they're only seeing on screen. It was quite it was empowering and also fun for us to watch them deal with it. They might not have had fun, but it's what happened. And then when we talk about meaningful service, it will tie back to what Mark said about the authenticity of a task. Nagaganon-ganon yung yung screen share. I think it's the rain, umuulan dito. So, wag sabihin natin meaningful all around. Not just for the student, not just for the partner institution, but for everybody involved. That it is of benefit to the partner, the constituent sector, and also to the student delivering the service and the proposal and the ideas, which then bleeds into reflectiveness, recollecting experiences. We will see this later when we present the templates. And then how they're able to take a step back maybe or move farther away from what they're doing and evaluate the strengths and shortcomings of their project.
All right. So from there, so this is what we did in able to address the essential service learning components. And in that, and next slide, please.
I'm already in the what we did slide.
Di ko siya nakikita din. Kaka-problema.
Nagsa-strobe lights yung yung Zoom ko. Green, yellow siya. Yun. Unless I do this again, then I do this again.
Ayan. Kaya. So what we did, so this is a journey of trials, errors, and triumphs. So papakita namin sa inyo ay mukhang malinis, pero dumaan yan sa rickety stage, na shaky stage, trial and errors, learning from what we did wrong. So from the second quarter, third quarter, looking back at the feedback of the students, hanggang we feel comfortable, okay, ito na yung magandang naging outcome at kaya natin i-guide yung mga students natin. So from there, the first one is what we did is we developed templates to help students observe the essential components of service learning. So from those templates, so the first one of which is we developed the service learning project plan. So from the general information, may kita dito. Next one is, sa plan na to, may kita nyo mga different components ng essential service learning. So from authentic, so they need to properly understand yung mission ng kanilang partner community, tsaka yung mission ng university, paano nag-limit yun in between. Tapos in terms of context, so nakatulong dito si Ina Erica Brondon kasi I was asking her ano ba yung kailangan ng OSCE in terms of needs assessment. So this matrix, may kita nyo sa baba, yung ginagamit ng mga estudyante to be able to see the different issues and challenges of the partner community. Naka-next slide, naka-ano ka na, Lara? Next.
Binaba ko na dun sa template ng OSCE. Nandito na ako sa background na slide. Do I move it back?
Oo, kasi hindi siya nakikita.
Okay, kailangan ko talaga gawin to all the time.
Ayaw sa atin ng ngayon mag-present. Okay, so ito yung mga social, cultural issues, political issues. So titingnan din ano yung agency ng partner community to overcome those issues. Okay, so hindi lang problem assessment kundi agency assessment din ng partner community. Next one. May kita natin yung dito papasok yung constructive part of the service learning. So from here, you would see they would describe the background of the project, what is the specific goal statement, and what are the specific objectives. So they need to be clear ano kailan nilang ma-achieve within a quarter or within a semester. So hindi dapat dito yung mga lofty goals and ideas. No? Kailangan ibaba sila, teka, ito yung gusto niya mangyari, pero ano ang kayang magawa within a semester or within a quarter? What are these smart outcomes na pwedeng ma-achieve ng project na ito? Okay, next one.
Okay. Kailangan ko itong gawin ulit. Okay, wait lang.
Subukan ko.
Eh, nagsa-strobe light siya pag nagsasalita. Ito na yung next.
Okay, so ito naman, so kailangan in terms of authenticity also, kailangan ma-explain ng mga estudyante yung ginagawa ng service learning project, paano siya align sa kanilang academic discipline, anong 3 or more sustainable development goals na address ng project na ito at anong theoretical framework ang most suitable para mag-guide yung kanilang project. So, pwedeng from donut economics to gender in development, through capabilities approach, so on and so forth, no? Na matutunan nila sa SOCSI 13 and they apply that theory to guide their project. Next is yung roles and responsibilities. Ito yung collaborative aspect. So kailangan malinaw yung kanilang specific roles and responsibilities in the project. And at the same time, ano yung pag-uusapan nilang outputs ng milestones nila, no, throughout the course in order to deliver a good project. Then from there, they have to identify what existing resources from the community, from the students to make this project work. And what would be, they need to anticipate the challenges that they need to encounter. So, palagi nandyan yung internet problem, palagi nandyan yung mahirapan makontak yung partner community. So, ano yung solution doon? So, they need to anticipate that. And the last one is how they're going to evaluate. No? Anong gagamitin nilang mga data gathering tools para masabing naging successful yung kanilang project. Okay, next. So, ito part pa rin ng team commitment signatures. So, they need to commit na tatapusin na itong project na ito. All right. So references, then doon na tayo sa next template. Tara.
So ito naman parang to complete the partnership, pero namang service learning completion report which will contain most of what was already in the proposal. Pero nagkakaroon na syempre ngayon ng laman ang kanilang work. So ito yung components, makikita natin, nandun pa rin yung nagawa na nila dati dun sa desk research nila at sa online engagements nila ng mga una. Tapos dito yung ang part of note dito sa slide na to ay yung sa part 5, sa success criteria na part ng table na kaya na nilang i-assess ang kanilang mga sarili. So, was I smart or not? And it takes a lot of, frank appraisal. And that's part of how we guided them rin. And then, ang maganda dito yung part 6, wala to sa, first time nila to ginawa, talagang we had to coach them to think about their experience as a story. So, I'm sure familiar naman to sa ating lahat. Pero it was quite a task rin for the students to realize that it had to be visualized. Okay, na ang kanilang experience. Okay, wait lang. Am I moving na ba? Ayan. Tapos, meron din yun sa evaluation, may 4 sub-matrices. So, you look at it in terms of its effectiveness, kung was it, na-meet ba niya yung objectives, nag-match ba yung needs assessment ng estudyante sa community in terms of the intentionality, was na efficiently ba nila na gampanan ng kanilang dapat gawin with each other and with the things that they had on hand. Usually, yung mga computer nila, ganyan. Tsaka yung mga communication skills nila. And ito yung pinaka-meaningful for them was to really ask themselves, makabuluhan ba to para sa kanila, sa amin? Okay. And bumabalik ako, why is dot?
Ako na yung Lara, parang...
Bumalik na siya. Ay, wait.
Lessons learned ka na.
Oh, okay, wait.
Tingin ka na sa Zoom.
Sa Zoom na ako titingin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here again.
So, hindi na nakikita yun sa'yo. Sorry.
Okay. I feel hijack. Joke. So ito yung Atenista part na. So syempre sa A magaling sila dito, no, nag-philo 101 na sila. So they could really, emote to death. That's their expertise. Sa B, medyo may coaching diyan kasi kailangan nila i-situate ang sarili nila sa larger scheme of things. So dito papasok yung pagiging core ng core course ng SOCSI 13 na kailangan to see those things. And next, so in conclusion for their report, kailangan nila ngayon itahi na in terms of community impact, transference of skills actually for their future use na pwede nila tong gawin muli, makipag-ugnay sa iba at iba ang kasama nila kasi it took a while for them to get used to each other. So it will happen also after this. There will be other projects and what they can critique about what's happening in the community. And this was quite fruitful kasi pag sinasabihan nila yung mga communities, ito dapat gawin nyo, magkaroon kayo ng ganitong plan. natutuwa yung mga community partners kasi nare-realize din nila, o nga, no, ito yung shortcomings namin based on the eyes of people from the outside, lalo na mga Gen Z eyes. And yun, references, appendices, dito malaman na yung appendices nila, yung hindi nila may pasok syempre sa main body, dito nila lahat linagay. At makikita nyo, minsan ito yung nagpapahaba ng kanilang report.
All right. Thank you for that, Lara. So aside from developing those templates, we also made use of actively monitoring and mentoring the students through scheduled team consultations. Now, what do we mean by this? So we do 30 to 40 minutes consultation with each team. And in those consultations, we check on their project progress, we check on their team commitments and dynamics, kamusta na sila, and we also check the relationship with their partner communities and also with OSCE.
This was also a time for them to get coaching literally from us. We would meet them every 2 weeks for the team consultations, and in between those 2 weeks naman, sync session. So nakikita kami every week, but in different dynamics. So sync, consultation, sync, consultation. And during the consultations, tatanggalan sila ng intimidation factor from the sync when it's all top-down. Dito, pwede sila magtanong, sila yung nagpo-control ng presentation nila sa consultation, at nakakakuha sila ng real-time feedback sa amin. Ito gawin nyo, why don't you talk to this person, at nakakatulong yun sa kanilang moral and emotional strength.
Okay, so from there, so is sa mga what we did, so ano yung naging fruits of our mentorship? So we would like to highlight yung mga ginawa ng mga estudyante namin, those who won under the 2021 winners under our mentorship. So from different categories ito, no, from special recognition to citation to the excellence awards, no, based on how we mentored our students using the approach that we showed a while ago.
And so just as a footnote to what Mark said, iba-iba yung context ng mga ASEAN citations. And I just like to point out the SOCSI 13 citations with Skillties, my group, and Mark's group were always operating within a quarterly setup. Yung mga ibang citations sa ASEM, lahat yan thesis, 1-year project. So I think it is dapat ipagmalaki ito ng SOCSI ng Department of Economics dahil na-cite yung quarterly outputs ng mga estudyante.
Okay, so let us, 3 minutes lang tong presentation na to. We edited it, so kindly enjoy, and also in honor of our students.
nominated project is entitled The Momshi Tracker, and the title takes after the endearing way that the young mothers of the Inang Busog, Batang Malusog program, or IBBM, likes to be called Momshis. The IBBM is a program under the Ateneo Center for Educational Development, or ACE, which was the partner community that I had the honor of having an engagement with, in line with the institution or ACE's mission of bettering conditions for pupils in public schools in the Philippines.
Ahon mula sa Alon hopes to contribute to SDG Target 10.7 to facilitate the orderly, safe, regular, and responsible mobilization and migration of the people. Our project aims to promote reintegration opportunities for our repatriated OFWs. So, we prepared content they wanted to see. Available health services, information about their rights, and reintegration opportunities.
Ahon mula sa Alon, at its core, was able to holistically address the concerns of the OFWs. So we were able to direct a number of participants to relevant government agencies such as the Overseas Workers Welfare administration.
Lupa ng Araw, an advocacy campaign for Filipino farmers, began its implementation at the start of this semester. But its planning and conception have been in motion since the last. Formed from our consistent relationship with our partner community, Pambansang Kilusan ng mga samahang magsasaka or pakisama, the campaign is both informed and enriched by the perspectives of the farmers whose stories we attempted to amplify and, by extension, translate into achievable action. We, that is to say us and our partner community, have achieved the objectives we have set out during our planning stage. The information campaign has surpassed the engagement numbers we detailed. The donation drive garnered our monetary goal. The voters registration campaign yielded connections with well-known politicians, and the capacity building seminar became an avenue for the farmers themselves to thoroughly inspect their organizations. The culminations of these achievements, we believe, has an effect of truly bringing hearts back to farming.
All right, so that ends our presentation. So we're now open now for some questions from the participants of the session. Thank you very much.
Participants, thank you so much po, Mr. Abinir and Ma'am Mendoza. For the questions, the participants may unmute themselves or type the questions in the chat box na lang. Thank you.
Super interesting talaga siya, Maricel. Kaya, interesting na masakit sa ulo pero fulfilling talaga.
Hi, Lara. Yeah, I can just imagine yung hirap ninyo ni Mark, ano? I'm just thinking, so when did you do the templates? First quarter per sem. Were you able to develop everything na? Tapos, kumbaga, you just implemented the templates and all the things that you have said sa second, third, and fourth quarter? Or talagang along the way, every quarter may bagong nadadagdag?
Tama ka doon. Every quarter may bago na nadadagdag.
Toxic.
May mga ano yan, may mga dagdag, bawas. Kasi palagi pinag-uusapan, nag-work ba? Ano yung feedback ng estudyante?
Oo.
Saan sila nahirapan? Anong kailangan alisin? Anong kailangan i-retain to make this all work?
Oo. So Mark, so sabi ni Lara, of course we have more time ngayong semester, no? So anong gagawin nyo? Would you just add more time for each part of the project, or kumbaga wait and see pa rin tayo and magkakaroon ng modification along the way?
Lara, ano masabi mo?
Both Maricel, kasi since bago na naman yung setup, semestral, so may pilot na naman kasi iba na yung timing. Pero dahil galing naman tayo sa, at least sa face-to-face setting, sanay na tayo sa semestral, tsaka tansya na namin yung hirap nung quarterly setup, 8 weeks, 7 weeks. So alam namin ano yung kailangan ng tutok. Soksay-wise ha. So alam din namin, kasi yung style namin ni Mark, nung 8-week session, 8-week part setup pa siya, the last 2 to 3 weeks, wala na kaming ginagawa sa kanila. Sila na yung nagbubuo ng proposal nila, nagpa-prepare na sila. So imagine kung semestral yan. Una, may time kaming sabihin, pwede kami mag-expect sa kanila na, kulang pa to, bumalik ka sa community or magtanong ka sa OSCE mo kung tama ba itong ginagawa nyo. May time kami, more time to wait for that percolation. So pwede silang bumalik, pwede silang meron silang space to negotiate. So the time gives them agency. Now, whether or not they'll use it optimally is another thing.
So, exciting times ahead, ha?
Yeah, exciting times ahead.
Oo. So, may tanong na dagdag si Bernard.
From Sir Bernard, were the partner communities preset or scouted by the department, or were the students tasked to find their own partner communities?
So regarding partner communities, so pinag-uusapan yan together with OSCE. So prior to meeting the partners, faculty, OSCE formators, meet with the communities, as pinag-uusapan, ano ba yung mga specific needs na kailangan. Tapos syempre ini-screen out mo din yon. Ano yung kayang ma-address online? Kasi may mga needs na kailangan talaga face-to-face yun. So the faculty must be there, no, to screen out what can be done. And at the same time, minamatch din ng faculty anong need ang kaya niyang i-guide yung mga students i-address. No? Plus, syempre, maganda din yung setup na itong SOCSI 13 is combined with the major course or kaya merong coordinator from the academic discipline that will look out the technical expertise of the students. Si OSCE Formator, tumutulong pagdating sa engagement. Tapos kami, SOCSI 13 faculty, tutulungan namin yung mga estudyante to manage the entire project and to make sure na align siya sa kanyang academic, sa SDGs at saka sa theoretical framework ng course. So yun ang parang magandang mix doon. So feeling ko, no, on my part, pag wala si OSCE doon, wala din yung academic discipline na nag-guide, it will be very difficult on our part.
We have a comment and question from Sir Skilty. Great work, Lara and Mark. I hope the templates practices can be adopted by all SOCSI 13 courses. And his question is, were the group consultation sessions counted under SOCSI 13 learning hours or the major course hours?
So, SOCSI 13 siya Skilty. Kasi nga since, I'll speak for Mark, no, although he would never say it this way, tamad kami na makita sila ng masyadong marami. So, gamitin namin yung class hours na nandun sa syllabus. So, since once a week lang naman namin sila nakikita, kahit, let's say, MWF, di ba, 50 minutes lang yan sa normal, di magiging 1 hour, kaya namin siyang i-move ng konti, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, kasi may sign up sila. So, ang premise doon, mag-sign up kayo na libre kayo. Kasi, pero, counted na siya as part of their hours kasi nagpa-prepare sila eh. Required yun eh, when they present, meron graded yung kanilang consultations para magpakita sila. So, it sounds Machiavellian, but for myself and Mark, we wanted them to come before us na smaller group para nga mas madali yung interaction. So, syempre meron lang component na graded, pero it made them come and then they were prepared talaga. So, walang nasasayang na oras.
Tsaka to add to that, no, yung synchronous sessions namin na plenary, a total of 9 hours ng lahat yun, from course orientation, gitna, tapos sa huli for synthesis. Kaya yung bias talaga namin ni Lara is more devoting our time for team consultations. Kasi doon mas naiintindihan ng mga estudyante yung content ng course, saka yung application sa kanilang partner community, mas nag-open up sila. Pag sa synchronous session kasi na malaki, ang hirap kumuha ng participation. Pero kapag small group, parang every guard down sila, they can tell what they want to say during those sessions.
Uunahan ko na si Leon. Yung may mga nagtatanong about the templates and the presentation. I'll just post the link, Mark, with your leave. Kasi ako hindi naka-outsider view rin naman ako sa presentation. Tapos sa mismong templates, actually out na siya. Nandiyan siya sa Google Drive. So it's easy rin. Imumudbud lang namin. I don't know, we'll probably send it to Galvin and Leon para sila na bahala with their beautiful salt logo. Siguro. Tapos yung how many per group, sorry Mark, kinuha ko na yung mga tanong. Kami from the faculties, SOCSI and major, talagang bias namin is to go small. Well, I'm speaking for myself here now. I don't know Mark's perspective. We wanted 3 to 4. Pero parati dahil nga sa setup with the communities, minsan kulang or konti lang, or mahirap i-set up, hinihingi ng OSCE, pwede bang 5? So may compromise naman. Gusto namin 3. Pero gusto nila 6 to 8 minsan. So nagiging 5 in between. So Maricel, mabilis ko lang sasabihin to. Medyo, for me, malaki kasi yun. So medyo nahirapan ako. Pero for the students, gusto naman nilang marami sila kasi tingin nila sa template, behemoth.
Maraming kailangan talaga team effort yun to be able to complete the whole thing. Hindi siya kaya gawin ng isang estudyante. Ako, magic number naman sa akin, kung kay Lara 3 to 4, sa akin 6 to 8. So, mas madami. Dahil din kasi marami din akong ni-require sa mga estudyante to be able to come up with the project. Yung mga iba pa akong, aside from the templates, may iba pa akong hinihingi. And at the same time, para sa akin, naging optimal na 6 to 8 kasi meron mga estudyante magkakasakit, meron mga estudyante biglang mawawala. So kailangan may enough numbers no para sumalo. Experience ko yung 3 to 4 tapos may mga dalawang estudyanteng nawala. Nagkasakit kasi, mental health problem, isa talaga namatayan ng magulang. So they needed to quit from the course. So dalawa na lang natira, ang bigat nyo. No? To be able to complete the template would be very difficult. So yun lang, parang on my part.
There was a time pa nga sa setup ko, merong super senior na pumapasok. Doon sila linalagay. Physics block hawak ko, biglang may butal na psych major. So kahit pumasok, kailangan tutorials ng math. Syempre, mema siya. So kailangan kong i-ugnay siya dun sa psych block ko sa kabila. So ang hirap nun. Tapos bukod sa kailangan niya mag-deal with another section, mag-isa siya. So hirap na hirap siya. Pero nung nagre-report na siya, parang solo siya. Pero majority ng reporting niya, sinasabi lang na ang hirap, ang hirap. Kasi isa lang siya.
May tanong si Skill T na, do we require peer evaluations? Yes, no, we require that sa mga estudyante. So, si Lara may add-on pang peer evaluation yung pagdating sa content ng template. Na nagpapa-peer siya doon. Ako naman, ang focus ko sa peer evaluation, yung teamwork nila. Na kamusta yung sa performance ng mga teammates. They need to justify. So, nagkakaroon sila ng parang within the team, may rubric, tapos pinapaliwanag nila through a recorded presentation, ano yung naging role nila at bakit yung itong score ang binibigyan sa sarili nila. Tapos the other members of the team, through anonymous, magsasabi din sila, oo, tama yung sinabi niya. Ginawa niya nga talaga yan. So although may mga minor challenges ako na-encounter na doon ko rin nakikita kung sino yung estudyanteng hindi nag-work. Kasi the rest of the team members would say, sir, hindi talaga nagtrabaho yan. May mga ganun. Naka-encounter ko ng 2 situations that happened.
Kay Kelly, kay Jean, tinatanong niya, Jemmy, di ba? Ano yung percent ng students group grade? Iba kami ni Mark dyan, pero ako sinaswak ko na lang siya dun sa, kasi kung i-grade mo by product deliverable sa course, dun ko siya ipapasok. A component of that. Or was it? I forgot na. Basta part siya, pero hindi ko siya linalakihan, Jemmy, kasi I will still leave more of the power to myself, ultimately. Parang ganon. Meron silang konting agency para seryosohin nila, pero I don't want to give it too much to them kasi minsan mutual admiration society sila. Alam mo yun, basta yun, taga-temper ako, but I give myself like 10% to their 30, halimbawa, para hindi masyadong may power din ako. Pero enough lang na 5 sila as against to my 1. Gets mo? So parang gano'n.
On my part, sa peer evaluation, that's about, nagbabago-bago din eh. Titingnan ko din yung kada quarter, what would work best. So sa akin, parang 10% of their grade would be coming from the peers. As long as I made sure na hindi na hijack yung peer evaluation process na yan. Kaya importante sa akin yung progress reports and team consultations kasi doon ko nakikita if members of the team are working together or nagsasaluhan lang talaga sila to make the peer evaluation authentic.
Nakakatawa pa dyan, Maricel, when they really hate their groupmate. Bagsak talaga. Kunyari ako kasi GPA lang ako 1 to 4, 0 to 4. Tapos minsan talaga iwa-1 nila. Meron ako dati nagbigay 0.8. So alam niyo siguro yun yung kick-out GPA, no? Or KPI. Tapos yun. Pero yung quali nila, nakakatawa kasi nga online. So nandun yung, for me, the veneer of, I wouldn't say hypocrisy, pero alam mo yung, that's a great idea. This person was great to work with. Grade, 0.8. So, wala. Sinishare ko lang minsan na nakakatawa. Alam mo tuloy pag inis sila sa isang tao kasi consistent na yung words tweetam, pero yung rating, parang it shows the real score. Ika nga.